So today we are going to talk about past continuous. So, do you know how to form the past continuous? If you don't, let's find out. So, to form an affirmative sentence in past continuous, we start off with the subject plus the auxiliary verb was, were, followed by the ing form of the main verb. Okay? So, as you know, the auxiliary verb was is the singular verb used when the subject is singular, while the auxiliary verb were is the plural verb used with the subject is when the subject is plural. For example, the sun was shining every day that summer. Okay, to form the negative form of the past continuous is subject plus was, were plus not followed by the main verb in the ing ending. For instance, it was not raining yesterday evening. And to ask a question in past continuous, we need to put the auxiliary verb was, were at the beginning of the sentence, right before the subject and the main verb with the ing ending. As an example, we can ask the question, were they watching television last night? So our next question is, when do we use past continuous? To answer this question, we need to look at the different uses of past continuous. First, we use the past continuous to indicate that the longer action in the past is interrupted. The interruption is usually in action in the past simple. And remember, it can be a real interruption or just an interruption in time. For example, I was watching TV when she called. They were drinking coffee when I arrived. And last one, we were eating when our friends showed up. Okay, while in use 1, the past continuous action is interrupted by the action in the past simple. In use 2, the past continuous action can be also interrupted by the specific time in the past. For example, at midnight, we were still driving through the desert. Last night at 6 p.m., I was eating dinner. Okay, so it's important to know that while in the past simple, a specific time is used to show when the action began and finished. In the past continuous, the specific time only interrupts the action. For example, last night at 6 p.m. I ate dinner. I started eating at 6 p.m. Last night at 6 p.m. I was eating dinner. I started eating early and at 6 p.m. I was in the progress of eating dinner. Compare these two following sentences. Okay, here we have another two more sentences. I arrived home at 12:15. I was driving home at 11:45. You see the difference? Okay, the third use of the past continuous refers to parallel actions. It is when we use the past continuous to describe two actions happening in the same sentence and at the same time. For example, I was studying while he was making dinner. While Ellen was reading, Tim was watching television. Sarah was eating dinner while her brother was doing homework. Okay, have you ever heard of clauses? If you haven't, let's look at the definition of clauses and how it's used in the past continuous sentences. Clauses are groups of words which have meaning but are not complete sentences. Some clauses begin with a time expression like when, for example, when she called or when it bit me. Clauses in past continuous usually start with a time expression while. While means during the time. Compare these two following sentences below because we have, look at these two sentences and I want you to compare it because they have the same meaning but different clauses starting with when and while. I was studying when she called. While I was studying, she called. Okay, you see? Okay. Right, here. And, okay, so now it's time to practice, right? We always practice. Practice makes perfect. So now I'm gonna, so first look at the picture here. Okay, this one. Yes, look at them and you need to answer these questions here. So you need to describe what Jake and Jake's father were doing at certain period of time last Saturday. Okay, look. So we have here phrases, time, Jake and Jake's father, and questions here. So I'm not gonna read your questions. So yeah, pause the video, answer these questions. We're gonna just check them together, okay? So I'm waiting, pause the video. Okay. All right, so now I guess you're ready. So yeah, the first, he was getting up, he was washing a car, he was washing the dishes, he was swimming in a pool, he was preparing breakfast, he was playing computer games, he was doing the laundry, and he was playing the guitar. He was playing a guitar. So these are the correct ones. I hope your matches mine. Your answers matches mine. All right, so now let me read the story in a past continuous. So the story is, who was she, when was she, what was happening. So this is my favorite task actually. Okay, listen to me carefully, and yeah, of course you're gonna have your time to read it many times. So now I want you to listen to me. Okay, who was she, where was she, what was happening? Yesterday it was raining and thundering all day. Anne was playing inside the house. She wanted to be outside. She wasn't playing outside because it was raining. She was feeling tired of being trapped inside the house. Anne was trying to keep busy inside the house. She was reading her book until the electricity went out. Then she decided to practice her sewing. She was practicing sewing until lunchtime. After lunch, she sat by the window and watched the rain. While Anne was watching the rain, the phone rang. Her mother was calling to say she was coming home. She was bringing a new game. Anne and her mother ate ice cream and played the game. While they were playing, the rain stopped, but Anne didn't even notice. She was having such a good time with her mom. Actually, nice story, right? Okay, so now pause the video, read it. Because we're gonna do exercises, right? Okay, I guess you're ready now. Let's do some tasks. So here, again, you need to answer these questions. Where was Anne playing yesterday? Why wasn't she playing outside? What was Anna doing before the electricity went out? What was she doing until lunchtime? At the end of story, the rain stopped. What was Anne doing? Again, pause the video, answer this, take your time, don't rush. I'm here waiting for you guys. Anyways, we're gonna check it together. The next task, again, you need to rewrite the given sentences. I'm gonna give you 3 more sentences and you need to rewrite them into negative, yes, no question, special question, and tag question ones. So, as an example, let me read the example and you're gonna read the 3 more sentences by yourself. Sam was watching a movie last night. In negative 1, Sam was not watching a movie last night. Was Sam watching a movie last night? What was Sam doing last night? And last one, Sam was watching a movie last night. Wasn't she? Wasn't he? Here we have a spelling mistake. Okay, that's fine. All right, so here the sentences that you need to rewrite. Again, pause the video, do this task. I'm here waiting for your answers. Okay, you ready, right? And last one, you need to change each verb into the past continuous tense. Okay? Okay, again, just pause the video, do this one. Okay, the answer for the first question, the following. Where was Anne playing yesterday? Why wasn't she playing outside? Anna was playing inside. She wasn't playing outside because it was raining, right? Okay. What was Anne doing before the electricity went out? What was she doing until lunchtime? Before the electricity went out, Anne was reading, right? She was practicing her sewing until lunchtime. And at the end of the story, the rain stopped. What was Anne doing at the end of story? Anne was playing a game and eating ice cream with her mom. Yeah, she was having great time with her mom, as we remember from the text, right? Okay, the answer for the next task is the following. Anne was playing inside the house. Anne was not playing inside the house. Was Anne playing inside the house? Was she playing inside the house? Anne wasn't playing inside the house, wasn't she? Her mother was calling. Her mother was not calling. Was her mother calling? Who was calling? And her mother was calling, wasn't she? And last one, she was bringing a new game. She was not bringing a new game. Was she bringing a new game? What was she doing? And she was bringing a new game, wasn't she? So, again, here the answers. I hope your answer matches mine. Okay? So anyways, let's check together. Last night I was visiting my brother in France. Correct? If so, well done. At 5 o'clock, she was cooking dinner. Sally was studying while Jen was playing. She was singing while they were eating dinner. It was working yesterday. They were swimming until it started to rain. The dog was barking all night long. All right. My sister was laughing at my story. Sisters are always this way. Okay. The cow was sleeping on my bed last night. How sweet. And the girl were talking during class yesterday. That is not good. All right. So, again, our favorite one, multiple choice question task. You got to, as soon as possible, find the right answer. Okay? So, the first one is, so remember we are learning past continuous right now. So yes, everything, it's kind of not like big, like it's kind of big hint for you guys. So everything's gonna be in past continuous, right? So the first question is, whether you like to come with me this evening. I was wondering whether you would like to come with me this evening, right? So the second one is correct. Okay, this time let's use the blue one. So, okay. So yeah, this one is right. Next one. So what were you doing? What were you doing? What were you doing at 10 p.m. yesterday? Yes. So guys, tell me, what were you doing at 10 p.m. yesterday? I was preparing my presentation for you guys. Okay, next one. The doorbell rang. I was talking with my son. The doorbell rang. We know this one. While I was talking with my son. Right. Next one. I didn't like him. He continually money. He is not good guy. Okay, ready? I didn't like him. He was continually borrowing money. Okay, next one. At this time last year, oh my God, I'd love to go to Argentina as well. Never been there. So at this time last year, I was living in Argentina. Yes, I was living in Argentina. Okay, Mr. Johnson, what you from the 12th yesterday? From 10 to 12 yesterday. So yeah. Okay, Johns. So this is the investigation kind of, right? Okay, Johns, what were you doing from 10 to 12 yesterday? Okay. Next one. I heard footsteps behind someone. I heard footsteps behind. Someone was following me because everything is in the past. Yeah, someone was following me. So at this time 2 weeks ago, I on a train on my way to the seaside. At this time 2 weeks ago, I was on a trip. I was on a trip on my way to seaside. We can't say I was being. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. See you on my next video. Bye.